Brothers and sisters, sorry I've been gone. Holidays have been busy, and I've been a bit tired of the ranged meta, to be honest. But rejoice, for Hotfix 27 has dropped, and with it come a lot of changes, positive and negative. First off, Goblin Caves has been reworked and enlarged. It is now a 5x5 map, the same size as Crypts. As you can see, there are a lot of new modules for us to explore, and the loot density seems to have been increased. Additionally, you will find both Cave Stroll and Cyclops on these maps. Finally, we have a 3-tier raid with 3 different maps. This was the original vision of the devs if you've been here since the playtests. We start out in Ruins, and you can go down into the Crypts, and then you can go down into Inferno. It's quite a long raid, often taking about 30 minutes. And my piece of advice for you is to be very careful in the first Ruins map, because there are so many teams on that module. Rogues have received some minor nerfs in various areas. However, with the gear changes, I think geared rogues will still be good. Max move speed on rogue is now even easier to achieve. Also, I just have to mention, the duration of traps has been reduced by half. This needed to happen a long time ago. Very good change. Bards have been buffed, with a lot of their songs having reduced spell cost. Cleric has had some minor changes. The Holy Light buff is nice. The Holy Strike buff kind of came out of nowhere, but we'll take it. The damage falloff for ranged weapons has been updated. Now there's actually somewhat of a falloff, as you can see in this clip here. This is just a normal longbow. Just a few minor changes. You can now buy bandages and potions in stacks of 3. Be careful, right now the Alchemist green potion stack of 3 is bugged. Also, torches now do a small amount of damage when thrown. That's kind of cool. And finally, this game has now received a game rating in Korea, which means it can be sold and played by Koreans. So big W for them there. I'm not sure if any of you have experienced firsthand what it's like to play on some Asian servers, but there's a lot of cheating going on, and I hope that when the Korean players see this, they'll be very vocal about it, and maybe Iron Mace will have to listen to their own. We'll see. Not all of the changes are positive, a few things have been messed up, but I'm sure Iron Mace will fix these things pretty soon. Hydra is currently bugged right now. The Centipede does a ton of damage with his poison pool. If you're a protection from evil perk wearing Cleric, you get deleted. It's kind of messed up. Goblin Caves has a static exit that never opens, so you could be sitting there when there's no more time left and just die. There are a lot of minor things like this. I'm sure they'll fix them. One more thing I want to mention to the clerics, be careful right now, your cleanse does not work on a lot of boss mechanics, like the Ghost King Drain or the Lich Circle mechanics, so be careful and stay safe out there. Also, the audio is a bit bugged, sometimes he screams very loudly, but again, this stuff will all be fixed. A lot of gear in the game has been changed, lots of robes have been given magic resistance, and a lot of stat lines that are built into gear have been buffed. Alright, let's talk about these gear changes. So, each piece of gear, as you continue up the rarity grade, you'll increase the built-in stats. You see here, epic quality is usually 5 vigor on the Hound Skull. However, rawhides, you're getting 4 knowledge, 3 resourcefulness. Cloth pants, 5 dex. Chaperone, 5 will. Shadow mask, thankfully, they didn't go up to 5 all attributes. I feel like we've learned that lesson many times over at the cost of the player base's pain. Plate boots, 5 strength, right? So a lot of these items have been buffed incredibly. Golden items were not changed, right? So they're a bit weaker than before. But all the boots have been changed, right? 5 vigor, Lightfoot boots got a little bit extra speed on them. Templar, 5 will. And uniques, you can even get up to 7 vigor. So I just want to say real quick, we're only 24 hours into this patch at time of recording. But I'll have to be honest with you, I don't know what SDF is thinking on the balancing. I've been here since the playtest days. I love this game passionately. I love Iron Mace. For the most part, they're fantastic devs. But this hot, cold, 0 to 100 to 0 to 100 again, balancing, we've suffered and learned this lesson many times over. I feel that the time to kill is already pretty quick, and adding in all this boosted gear is going to make it even worse. I've seen a lot of crazy kits out there, and I'm scared for when this all becomes optimized in a few weeks. If the patch doesn't, there's no patch and nothing changes, when players learn how to build things properly with this new patch, it's going to be scary. We're going to have really scary players out there, and I just don't think it's good for the game. I feel like the game feels better in normals right now because the gear disparity is not so crazy, and there's a bit more life in the game in normals. Like, you get interactions and talking and all sorts of things. And I understand High Roller's supposed to be more competitive, but I just don't think it's healthy having gear like this. That's my opinion. You know, everyone's free to have their own opinion. I wish when you blocked people you could actually block them, but they keep showing up. And look, on SDF's behalf, I understand why they've done this. It's because, you know, with the random modifier system, it makes things interesting and fresh and random, right? In a game with less content, it adds more content. However, the problem with this is often you'll find rares with good rolls that are better than legendaries, or even sometimes uniques, which really shouldn't be the case in a game typically, right? And with this awful trade system, it takes forever, and you have to really go through every single item and see what the stats are. Like, the rarity doesn't matter as much as what the rolls are. And it's hard to balance a system like that. It's not very fun for the players. It takes a lot of time to go through this kind of stuff. And I understand why they want to make each tier more distinctive and mean more. I think that's a great idea. However, boosting the higher end of gear instead of lowering the lower end, I just think personally it's the wrong way to do it. We've seen hotfixes and, you know, different states of the game where gear is crazy and boosted, and it just feels bad. The time to kill is very low. Ranged meta becomes even stronger because you can boost out anyone. It just doesn't feel good, and that's when landmine comes back and a whole bunch of other, you know, problems. I just don't think low time to kill in a game like this is good. I don't think gear going up to 7 in a stat is healthy for the game. I just don't. But that's my opinion, that's my hot take. I realize it's an early take. We're, you know, again, 24 hours in this patch, but that's my take based on my time been here. I've spent a lot of time in this game. I love it very much. I have a lot of respect for the devs, and I just want them to make the best game possible. Maybe we just need to give them time to cook. Sorry for ranting on this for so long, but I really feel like this is not good for the game. We'll see. Sorry for the ranting, guys. It's just I'm very passionate about this game. I love it so much, and I can see such a bright future for this game. 6 months from now, a year from now, and even further into the future. This game could be amazing. Okay? Even if the devs can only achieve 80% of what they want to do, as long as they execute that well, honestly, this game is going to be amazing, and it'll be my game of the year when we hit that point. There's so many great things coming to this game, and it has so much potential. So brothers and sisters, please don't take my rant as negative. I love this game, I'm passionate, I want the best for this community, and I hope this game can be the best that it can be, and I hope Iron Mace is successful. And so brothers and sisters, with this, I leave you. However, I promise you gameplay videos are coming soon, guides are coming, more content is on the way. Brothers and sisters, again, good luck in the dungeons. I'll see you out there. NotLikeThis, out.